You guys, welcome to episode number 11 of the Derby Cricket Live, and to start this episode, we're currently 15th after 15 games on 14 points. Technically joint in the relegation zone, only goal difference is the difference between us and Forest, so we do definitely need to pick up some points against Crystal Palace, who are currently in 17th. If we do win, technically we could go all the way up to 11th, so I think we're in a nice area, as long as we can, win some of these next few games in this episode, then there's a chance for us to stay in the Premier League. And obviously we don't have any Europa League football now until at least February, which is only a couple of games, and it's actually well placed because you've got the international break there. So we'll have a fully fit team for that game. Burnley's quite a big one. I know we did just lose against them in the last episode, but it's not exactly the most difficult of teams in between the two legs. So yeah, in terms of that, obviously we have got FA Cup to consider as well, which should pop up around here-ish, probably on the 2nd. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see when that comes out. And let's go into the first game at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace. As I said, a team that we should probably be beating. I've gone back to the 4-2-3-1 just because I tried other formations and nothing's really working for us. We're going to have to make a lot of changes just because we did just play the game against, who do we just play against? PSV in the Europa League. I don't know if I should put Huddleston or Max Bird. I think let's just go for Huddleston. He's technically the better player. We need to get the win. If we can, that'd be great. Here we are then at Selhurst Park. It is a rainy game, which we do struggle in. Wilf Zaha is still at Crystal Palace, probably has most of the points for them. They are playing a 4-4-2, which Burnley did play in the last episode, and we did struggle. Gator in goal, then Kelly and Brizola at left back, Vestergaard from Southampton, Bastos, Innes Bardi, very good free kick taker, definitely don't want to give him any chances. Alario from Bayer Leverkusen, I think, and Schlupp and Campagna out wide. It's it's a bottom half Premier League team, and if we are going to stay in the Prem, we do need to kind of get some points against these sides. Chance here out wide. Yarmolenko's in a bit of space. Can he find the back of the net though? He's gone inside. Now with the shot, it's come off the defender. The little bit of luck which we needed has led it into the back of the net. It's a good start for us. And we need to get the points in this game. It's been a very long time since we, I think it's Brighton, about 4 or 5 games ago now. Vestergaard is absolutely massive, but Rooney's got himself around the defender there. Can he get the back of the net though? Yes, he can. Just when you get the second goal, it just so much nicer the games are when you got that extra bit of cushion. And yeah, at this point we should be losing this game, but you never know. I think we were 4-0 up against West Ham in our 3rd or 4th game of the season, but I'm guessing this formation's definitely helped the 4-2-3-1. I think it was when we got beat by Wolves 7-1 that questions were raised about this formation. I'm glad we're back with it. Zaha clean through on goal here with the shot. It's blocked by the keeper, but it's parried straight to him, and not the best of starts to the second half. Really should have done better. Chance here for Crystal Palace in the defence. It's gone into the box with the header, but a great save from Newbold. I've put it onto defensive now just to try and stop things from happening. Jesus. No, I didn't press that. I pressed A about 40,000 years ago. I pressed A when he was just so annoying. This game is how much delay is there? I thought he just forgot about it, but apparently not. It's partly my fault, but it's partly the game just being absolutely delayed. Those animations have caused me to concede a goal there where I shouldn't. It's about 2 minutes to go. Got to create a chance here if we're going to get anything. He's into the box with Songkrasin. Cuts back. It's just wide. Can I get cut inside here with Songkrasin and finesse it into the top corner? Not quite. In the box with him. Can he? Yes, penalty, please. Thank you. Don't know why he's sliding in there. I think that's Bardi. Now we've got to score a penalty, Rooney. Glad we kept Rooney on because, you know, this is it. I made a mistake to concede that second goal. Pretty sure Rooney's the best. Yep. There we go, thank you. Jesus. We need this win. We need this win, and Rooney has just scored that wonderful penalty there. I hate it against the computer as well, because obviously they know what direction you're going, so you have to kind of beat the system by going one way and then going the other to try and break it, basically. But yeah, Jesus. And there we go, full time against Crystal Palace. A big 3 points against a team who are just above the relegation zone. Had to win that game, basically. It was a must-win to stay out of the bottom, of course. And Rooney, you know, just he's 35. You know, like I hate playing older players, but you know, Yarmolenko and Rooney, who are both over 31, have got both of those goals in that game. So I can't really complain if they're going to get the results. A few messages here, one from Oscar and one from Kasnag. You see, this is the issue with the game, but then again, it gets the morale up to full anyway. Currently not on track. Not too sure what that's for. Chelsea have got a bid here from Real Betis for Tammy Abraham. I'm almost tempted to go in for a loan for him. I'm not going to lie. You see, I want to know, will I get sacked if I don't do this objective? That's what I want to know. Play at least 50% of the games. You see, it's so, like, it says 15 eligible, but I don't have 15 youth players. So I don't quite understand. There's one player from the youth academy. I just don't get it. Wait, signed in the first season. But surely I'd have to sign, I don't know, it doesn't, it's not very worded correctly, I don't think. But yeah, with that win we do go up to 13th, 17 points on the board, and Stoke City next to are currently bottom, I think. So yeah, we've got a good opportunity to get some wins in this episode, as you can see. Yeah, Stoke rock bottom with 4 points, Burnley with 12 now, Forest and Palace on 14, and us up in 17. If we do win this game, we can actually go up to 10th. So, you know, like, even though we're not exactly doing great, a few results here and there, and you just quickly go up the table, which is good to see, of course. So, yeah, I think definitely playing this formation is the way forwards. I think just that Wolves result kind of threw me off. I'm not sure if I can get him on loan, Tammy Abraham, now that he's got a bid in from a permanent team. I'm not too sure. The only thing about him is, again, he's a bit of an obvious one. A lot of people obviously sign him on career mode, since Chelsea don't need him, because they probably signed somebody quite good. Like Haaland, again, would be the perfect mould, but again, A, I don't have the money for him, and B, I know a lot of people have probably signed this guy. So I just prefer to make my career mode a bit unique and sign some different players, basically. I think if I can, I will go in for Jimenez, because he's brilliant. I don't think I have the money at the minute, though. We did get 5 million from the Europa League, which hasn't been added to the budget yet, so we'll have to wait for January, and obviously we could probably... There's probably going to be a few players that I'm going to look to sell, and Harry Wilson being the top of that list. He's just been not that good at all, really. Martin Waghorn's leaving as well. Trying to think, who else could I sell? I could probably sell Dwayne Holmes. Let me check what contracts certain players are on, because I'd rather sell them than let their contracts expire. So before we do go into January, of course. Waghorn's already going, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure we sold Waghorn. Yeah, that's why we could. Yeah, cool. Waghorn's gone. You see, like Curtis Davis, for example, I could extend for a year, because he's still worth $1 million. Same with Josephson's worth about 2. Huddleston again, worth a bit. I'm going to extend Malone just because he's worth near to 2 million. I'll negotiate a contract first, see if I can get him down to like 8k, and then potentially sell him, and then look to get somebody else. I'm glad he only wants a sporadic role as well, because that's pretty much what he is now. 3-year contract for him. It'll be interesting to see if they come in with the wages or not. Yeah, they've gone in with 15, which it is lower than his current wage at the minute, so that's good in a way. If I can just save a bit of money here and there, get him down to like 11 maybe, because that's more what a sporadic player should be on. There we go, cool. Glad to do that. It just saves us a bit of money, and also makes us money. You know, we can always just transfer list him now and get like 2 million for him basically. So we haven't played with Carson, and it's probably worth selling him at this point because he is on 13 grand wages. So if I transfer list him, since he is 35, of course, I can't negotiate a new contract for Curtis Davis, so I'm assuming he's... So you can do it for Carson, who's the same age, but you can't do it for... That's really odd. I don't know why that's a thing. You see, I can't extend Curtis Davis, but I can transfer list him. But I can negotiate for a goalie. Like, it's almost like they've gone, all goalies can last a bit longer. Just into the contract here for Florian Joseph soon. He's wanting about 14,000. If I can get him down to 12, then I'll be more than happy to sign that. It obviously saves us 3,000 in current wage. Obviously, we are paying a little bit in the signing on bonus, but it's nothing too marginal. Get him up to 12.5. Hopefully, it will accept that. 13. I'm just going to accept it, really. I think I'll be happy with that. It's saving a little bit of money, and obviously we can look to sell him anyway. Huddleston I will transfer list. Same with Carson, which we've already done. Because obviously there's 30 grand's worth of wages there for players that aren't really playing. So that's one thing. Obviously Tomori's out injured now until February pretty much, so that's a bit of a shame. I'm going to transfer list Chris Martin as well. I know I love him to bits, but not really usable in the Premier League. He is only on 7k wages though. Yes, it's one of those where I don't really need him. I'm going to transfer list Joz as soon as well. Hopefully we can get a bit of money going, and that way we can do something in the next window. I'll also list up Dwayne Holmes, and I think that's about it. I can't actually transfer list him yet, which is a bit of a shame, but we have made 30% profit on him already, so those +2 ratings, in terms of, I think we paid like 9 million for him, maybe 10. We can already make profit on that, so that's good to see. Once January does come around, we can either involve him in a deal or something. So yeah, let's go into the next game against Stoke City at home. So good win would be handy to get us up the table a bit more. Here we are then for the home game against Stoke City. It should be easily a winnable game because they are currently on 4 points. We have to make a number of changes just because of the number of fixtures that we've had recently. Curtis Davis coming in for his first Premier League game. Bielik just a bit low fitness in my opinion. And yeah, it'd be nice to see Curtis Davis just get a few games here and there if need be. Yeah, this is it for Wilson. If he doesn't have a good game in this game, he's definitely getting sold. It's as simple as that. It's against bottom of the league. He's got to do something. Let's have a look at their team then. They've gone for the full 1-2-1-2. Obviously, the diamond formation. It's a very weak. It's a very championship team. No Jack Butland in goal. Defence is who knows what. I think Lindsay's the only one I really know. And then Ryan Woods, Gethard, and Ndai in the midfield. Then Powell at cam. Vokes and Hernandez up top. Obviously the big man, small man combination. They've got numbers forwards here, Stoke, so we could counter-attack if we do win the ball off them. There's only 2 back for them at the minute, with 2 up front for us. Just trying to not commit the foul or create a gap, and that's what we've done. We created a gap there. Just took a bit too long to get the ball, really. And Stoke have made it 1-0 in the game. A good pull across and shot from the centre mid, and again it's a defensive error that's caused it there. Cross here to Shinnie, now into Jack Marriott in the box. He's got the space to get the shot off the keeper, and an instant reply from Jack Marriott to make it 1-0. We definitely need to win this game. Stoke are only on 4 points. Chance here for Stoke. What an absolute bullet header. It's a little bit unrealistic, but that's the difficulty that we're playing on. Nick Power, I think that is, with the header out of nothing. You know, ball out wide and then just crossed in first time. Can't really do much about that. Chance here for Oscar. Slips it into Marek with the shot into the back of the net, and there we go. Back level in this game. Hopefully we can stop conceding goals now, but then again, the goals that we have conceded, very difficult to prevent, really. It's just the difficulty that we are playing. Chance here for Woolley. He's clean through on goal. Can he get the finish to get us in the lead? It's wide. How has he missed that? Like, really? That's poor. I'm going to bring on Son Krasin as my final sub, just to try and get this winner. Last attack of the game here, Son Krasin. Hopefully going to go through the middle of this Stoke defence. Can he get the goal though? It's off the post. Rebound out. And there's full time. That's a 2-2 draw against Stoke. Could have potentially won it, but just a little bit unfortunate at the end there with Son Krasin. But that miss from Woolley as well. It's just things like that Marek would have scored, but it was a bit low on fitness. So we've got a transfer offer here for Chris Martin, but just under 600,000, which is not bad at all. I'm going to go in to negotiate it just to get as much possible money as possible. Here we go, we've sold him for 680,000, just an extra 100,000. If he accepts the contract, of course. It just, you know, he's not really doing much at the minute. And Dwayne Holmes is happy to be transfer listed as well, so we should be able to get him sold for about 3 million. So slowly we'll start building up some money. At the minute we've not really got any at all, but hopefully that will start to add up. I'm tempted to extend Huddleston and Carson just so I have the option to sell them, but you know, they're nice players to have in the squad, and maybe letting them go is probably the best thing to do, because if I extend them by another year, I don't know if they will. I might just do Carson just because he has a good backup goalkeeper. You know, 70 rated is pretty good, so we'll do Carson, but I think I'll leave Huddleston for the time being. So we do save a bit of money as well, if we can get this wage down to like 7k, not 80k, 7k. Then we basically half his wages, which is not bad at all. Maybe we can get him down to 8k. That way we can just save money. There we go, they've accepted the 8.5k, so that's, you know, pretty much halved his transfer wages, so that's good to see. Into the next game then against Manchester United, who are, I think, in third, so the likelihood of us winning, they're in fourth at the minute. Spurs, you know, Spurs were like bottom 2 for the first 6 or 7 games, so for them to be in third now, that just shows how different the update is and how well they're doing, so that's good to see. It is very compact at the top there, you know, you get to Chelsea and then above it's all very much close together, and only a point between them, of course. So yeah, Man United is going to be a tough one as always. But yeah, we should have won that last game against Stoke. It's just annoyed me now. You know, we could have been on 20 points up in 12th, but no, instead we're down in 15th. So it's just one of those things. It's just the number of fixtures we've had has caused a bit of a backlog in fitness. So yeah, we've got a fully fit team for this game, so that's good to see. I think should be back. Yeah, just about back. So we'll put him in for Christian Bielik at the back. And I think I'm just going to drop Wilson altogether now. Just look to sell him in January because he was tragic. Here we are then at Old Trafford against Manchester United, who we did beat in the Carabao Cup. I think it was the Carabao or the FA Cup last year, 3-0. So a team that we have beaten previously, but obviously completely different now on the new update. They have got David De Gea in goal, Luke Shaw, Dalot and Tara Maguire, Lucas Leiva and McTominay holding, then Dan James under, and Mata and Rashford up top. Very, very good team indeed. Definitely beatable, you know, like on our day we can do well and hopefully get some points. Chance here for Kasanagi is really good from right back, just bringing it forwards, dinking it into the back post. Yarmolenko's there, but David De Gea also there. I'm trying to scramble it in, but I don't have a clue where that ball was there. Chance here for Rashford, bringing it forwards, ball into the back post to Dan James and into the back of the net. Very similar to the goal that they scored against Liverpool a few weeks back now. Not a few weeks, but like last week. Yeah, Dan James in the roles reverse basically. Dan James whips it in for Rashford, but yeah, we have just made a couple of subs. I do like bringing on Son Krasin for Yarmolenko, because Yarmolenko's 6'3" and Son Krasin's 5'2", so it's like someone's son just coming on for him. Oliver Tarr gets the ball into the middle. Rashford with the header. Martial, sorry, and he has just come off the bench, and that's pretty much game over. Bit of a shame, you know. It's a couple of crosses from that left back position with Max Lowe. It's just he's good, but he's not Castagnag basically. He's not 6'1" and quite pacey as well. So it is difficult to find a good fullback. Chance here for Alberto, and there's 3-0 on the final stroke of the game. It's pretty much full time now. Yeah, it's not been a good game against Old Man United. And there we go, full time. Hopefully we can get some points in the next game against Southampton in the next episode. But yeah, it's been a pretty tragic one in terms of this one, which is what really should happen. I'm just going to skip the press conference. Another transfer offer here for Chris Martin, this time from Respawn. I will accept this one just because obviously I think the first one will get accepted anyway. And obviously with his contract not being the longest, he's not worth too much. So yeah, into a bit of training to finish off this episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Max Bird and Nubel also grown by stats. Yeah, we're just slowly getting Max Bird to a quality where we can actually play him in the first team. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. I don't think we are in the relegation zone yet, not quite. We are currently 3 points clear, so a little gap, it's just all we need. Yeah, hopefully the game against Southampton and Stoke we can do a little bit better. Also Man United again. So yeah, leave a like for it if you did enjoy it, and see you soon. Bye.